Good evening, SimWorld. Welcome back to SimWorld TV, and welcome
Hello,
back.
everyone, and welcome to tonight's
Just
match.
outside of the Chicago region, we are at August Athletic Center. We've got Lakeshore Drive. They are here for a two-game back-to-back homestand, having lost to Gotham 5 in their first game last night. They are looking to salvage something here, and they are taking on the 6-1 East of the East. I am Elava, joined in the booth by Paul. Paul, how you doing here this evening?
Elava, I am doing great. Thank you for having me, and I'm excited for a good game, hopefully.
Yeah, it's nice to work with you behind the mic, and looking forward to this. I got to call the game last night, and oh, look at that. Quick steal from Norman Nations, and he is the engine that makes Lakeshore go. Typically deals on offense, and there you saw him playing some good defense. LSD wearing their home white uniforms, and Beasts in the road black.
As you mentioned, Eric, Nation's currently leading Lakeshore Drive in scoring with 18 points per game, as well as assists right now. So, not just a scorer, but a playmaker as well for LSD.
Just 16 years old, young Mr. Nations, but it was the veteran, Drake Harvell, who opened the scoring there, and they're on the step back for Beasts. They're on the board.
I believe that was Redmond there.
Oh, was that Redmond? I couldn't tell if that was Redmond or... No, I think you're right. Well, it usually is. Fareed Redmond, the leading scorer for BCEs. Oh, nice dish.
Nice bucket.
Yeah, nice finish, too. That was Kyrie Holtzclaw, 6'9". No, Paul, notice when we were working last night, Lakeshore Drive, 3-3. They're decent this year. They're competitive, but they have a bright future. 8 16-year-olds on this 10-man roster. Oh, another steal.
Another steal there. And as you mentioned, Eric, 16-year-olds means a lot of potential. Unfortunately, right now, 3-3 at the moment, but the future is bright for LSD.
Well, the present's not so bad either. They keep on stealing. Every Beast possession turned it into points there. Norman Nations already has 2 rips in this game. Lakeshore Drive quickly up 6-2. Mentioned they lost last night, had a tough battle with Gotham 5, but they can come out of here 500 playing these 2 tough teams. I think they'd feel pretty good, but it's another challenge tonight. Good second effort there from Levin Cutler. He's a 16-year-old playing on Beasts out of Delaware, averaging 12 points and more than 8 rebounds a game.
Cutler's been showing a lot of promise these last couple games, as you mentioned, especially on the boards, leading the team in rebounds. Definitely a lot to like from Cutler early on this season.
There's another bucket from Drake Harvell. Well, averaging under 10 points a game in this early season, but he's come out looking aggressive and attacking tonight. 4-point Lakeshore lead.
Good
Tough
defense.
shot inside, won't go. Yeah, made that hard on him and up the other way. That was D'Angelo Jordan. Good defense on that end. Jordan's jumper is up and good. D'Angelo Jordan, 6'9", 200-pounder.
And Jordan, interesting fact, last night went 0 for 3 in the game against Gotham 5, so already tonight off to a better start.
Well, there you see Redmond with it. Shot clock winding down. He tries a jumper and gets it to go. Fareed Redmond, super skilled 17-year-old, ranked 9th in the class. Wasn't an easy shot, but he got it to go. Oh, nice dish there from Drake Harvell, and it ends in a bucket for Lath Money.
Great ball movement here from LSD early in this first quarter. Sorry about that.
4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
That's
what
what
I confused to call.
Exactly, yeah.
But I know they look a lot better. I mean, and look, Gotham 5 is a really good defensive team. Caused some real problems. Sayer Matthews, probably one of the better defensive players in this league, and he caused them some real issues last night. But they look a lot more fluid and flowing, Lakeshore Drive, here in these first 4 minutes, certainly than they did last night.
Agreed.
A nice dish from Nations, and Money gives it up. Wow. We were just praising their passing prowess. And look what it turned into down there. Lead back up to 7.
And initially he was open off the roll, but extra pass and an even easier shot. This Beast of the East hit a 3 on the other end.
That was Fareed Redmond, and he can do that. And Eric Busk hit a dozen coming into this game, now 13 on the year for Redmond.
And 12 on the year for Redmond, and shooting 53% from beyond the arc. Great move there as well. 53%, that is not normal. Oh, sorry, apologies. That's field goal percentage.
That's his regular field goal percentage, that's right, which is still pretty decent. And that was a deep 3 with a guy on him. I mean, honestly, there you go again. I could see that coming, and he nails it again for Reed Redmond. Wow. Well, Hagerstown, Maryland. The Maryland Terrapins are on him, but the answer at the other end comes in the form of Kyrie Holtzclaw. 5 points, 5 boards on the season for him, but boy, did he look good there.
Always good to have a big body rolling to the rim.
Well, there's Busk got open, and he nails it. Well, there is the outside shooting.
Guard it.
Fareed Redmond, Eric Busk, and some dividends, and Lakeshore's lead had been as much as 7, down to 2 now, with 2:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Want to remind everybody that after this game, we're going to have the post-up. We've got the classic combo, Rick Blaze and the Maestro, doing the post-up tonight. So remember, stick around after this game ends. Don't go anywhere. It was in what? You see what my producer Ron Yell whispers in my ear. How many minutes between the end of the game and the start of the post-up yells? Well, just okay, 1 minute. He's telling me 1 minute, so don't go anywhere. Because we will transition right to that. And then after that, we've got our second game. We've got a doubleheader tonight. Paul and I will be back calling winless SimWorld Africa side, AJ Fabenle. Hey, because it's true, and it's the top of their resume right now. I'm a big AJ Fabenle fan. I loved watching him and calling him last year. I'm actually excited to call that game because I want to see AJ again. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, they're winless, and they're coming up against a reigning Treys team that's looked pretty sharp in early action. So, but hey, upsets happen all the time. Maybe they will tonight. Back here in the Midwest, Chicagoland, the homestanding Lakeshore Drive in front of a capacity standing crowd. Narrow lead on Beast of the East. Zay Gore in the game, and he attacks and scores. Zay comes off the bench, and he's their second leading scorer at 11.2. So the instant offense from him, not a surprise.
Yeah, can never have too many of those types of guards that bring some instant offense, especially off the bench, you know. Tough bucket there.
Yeah, no, Beast is hanging right in there, and they're getting tough buckets to go. That was Camarion Goodyear, 40th ranked among the 17-year-olds, 6'4".
A lot of mid-range shots for Beast of the East, not what I'm usually used to seeing watching basketball nowadays.
I think some of it you do have to credit defense of Lakeshore. Pushing them into shots they don't normally take, but oh boy, that looked pretty comfortable for Goodyear there. Yeah, well, Camarion definitely capable of hitting from outside, and he gives Beast a 1-point lead. Zay Gore, that shot didn't look very good. Yeah, bounced awkwardly off the rim, to say the least. Nice little pass from Goodyear into the corner. Oh, just rattled out.
Getting good looks, though. Just pass.
Not much better looks you're going to get than that, and that's Mitchell Marison Cole, who, you know, he's not a stat sheet stuffer, but he had a good game last night, actually. I like what I've seen from the 6'10 Canadian. I also like what I see right there from Eric Busk. Busk struggled last year. He was expected to be part of a team that some thought underperformed, and certainly Busk did. A terrible time shooting the ball. Oh, look at that.
What a move.
And Trigg picks up the foul, and that is going to send A.J. Blaylock. Blaylock, the 10th man for Lakeshore Drive, plays the least minutes of anybody on the squad, but
Mind the lanes.
Actually, had a few shining moments last night, and certainly did after being inserted in the game right there. Chance to complete a 3-point play for Lakeshore Drive.
Pretty high-scoring first quarter, don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, this is on pace for a 100-point, 100 to 98 kind of finish, which we play 32-minute games here at the SimWorld Hoops level, folks. That doesn't happen all that often. Looks like Goodyear is content to milk this for a final shot. There's a slight difference between the game and shot clock, but shouldn't be much for Lakeshore to work with, even if they get a rebound off a miss. And Kamarian's just going to take it. Can't get it to go. Oh, second chance opportunity.
Hard.
Nicely done. 1.1 left there. Jojo Kearney ties this thing up, and Zagor just dribbles it out. All locked up at 26 after 8 minutes. High-scoring, fun quarter. Let's keep it going here. Come right back, second quarter, when we return. Offense on display in the opening 8 minutes, all tied up at 26. Let's see if these teams can keep up the blistering pace and hot shooting. Zagor has it and sets things up for Lakeshore Drive. Uncontested to the bucket, and Zay makes that look easy. Is this offense or bad defense? What's happening here, Paul? What's going on?
I'm usually more of a defense type of way
perspective.
Exactly. You know, both teams they're doing it differently. I think LSD doing a lot of pick and roll, and Gotham on the other hand, I guess they're just getting what they want. They're getting a lot of open threes
Beasts,
and
but yeah.
exactly they're being beasts.
Yep. No, Beasts have had to take some tough shots. Gotham, or look at me, I'm doing it now. Lakeshore's defense has definitely been tough at times, but overall, you get stops out here. Both teams getting looks they want. And
Usually you see that the teams are getting easy buckets because the opponents are pressing them, but in this game, no press.
well,
Just miscommunication or, I guess, great offense execution. You can look at
good
it that way,
patience, too,
too.
on the offensive end. Yep. Jay Blaylock tried to find a seam, can't penetrate. Shot clock down to 5. He's just going to go to work, flips it up and flips it in. That wasn't easy either, but
No.
kids just getting shots to fall tonight. Isaiah James gave it up in the corner. Shot clock winding down again. Another contested outside
God.
shot just goes in. This is,
About to say, held the ball a little too long, but never mind.
I guess not. Wow. Impressive performance from both of these teams on offense. I don't know what the coaches think about the defense at this point. Maybe we'll see if we can talk to Coach Vince Johnson or Brian Lovelace at some point. But entertaining for the fans. AJ Blaylock.
Okay.
Finally. Yeah, I expected that shot to rattle home. I mean, the way it's been
At
going
this
here
pace,
tonight.
yeah.
Subs coming in the game. Goodyear, James, and Busk sit.
What do you think about subbing out 5 for 5, Elava? In general.
In general,
Yeah.
high risk.
I think tough take there. I think if your bench squad or if your team has the chemistry, then it works. But you know, sometimes subbing 5 for 5, but you want to keep at least 1 or 2 of your starters or players you can really trust out there. So definitely interesting strategy, but we'll see if it works out.
There's a player you can trust if you're Coach Vince Johnson, a Beast of the East. That's Fareed Redmond. He's been dialed in tonight, and he gets another 3 to fall. Answer will not quite go there from Lakeshore, and Redmond has it. That's Zachary James with the ball in hand now. Leave.
Had the lane.
Shot to go. Bell has it now. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Just eludes his defender there on that one. Nice night from Drake Carvel, team captain. Playing point guard, which is a bit of a position switch for him. He was more of a shooting guard last year. The then Chicago Stars. Nations trying to go to work.
A lot of ISO ball.
Look at
And
that.
it's working though. It's working.
Wow, it's almost like a little mini game happening out there between Nations and Carvel. Carvel does it. Nation gets his turn. Gets the same shot and pretty much the same result. 3-point lead now. Under halfway to go in the second quarter.
Let them go to work and everyone else get the hell out the way. That's what it looks like.
That's a little bit of that tonight. One of the rare occasions it hasn't really worked. Nice pass inside from Kyrie Holtzclaw. Oh, Harrison Cole's shot just wouldn't go down there. Nice pass. Shot won't drop.
Right idea there.
Yep. Way short on the pull-up there. Be a little bit too quick on that shot that time. Ray Carvel. spite of some pretty sticky defense there from Kyrie Holtzclaw. Back to a 1-point game.
Oh my
God. The artistic finish from Kyrie Holtzclaw. Holtzclaw was quiet last night, but the big 16-year-old from Granite City flips it home there. 3-point lead for Lakeshore. We're going to take a timeout with 2:34 to go in the half.
Summer Kid season.
Three-point advantage for the home team, coming off of a loss last night on this very same floor against Gotham 5. They definitely played better, but defense for both teams has been a little bit sparing, and shot making has come easy. And oh, look at that, Fareed Redmond just completely evaded Angelo Jordan on that one. And Redmond's really just too fast. It's a bad matchup. In the same way, Harvell's trying to get back underneath, go to work.
Oh my!
Oh, look at the Euro! Wow. These two teams came to put on a show tonight. No disappointment so far.
No, not at all. And I was about to say, I wonder when we see the double coming. Read my mind there. Good call by Coach Lovelace to try to at least affect Redmond slightly. You know, right now everything's just iso ball for him. You got to bring some sort of help.
Isaiah James has it. Trying to go work inside, but he gives the ball up. Nations pulls up for a three. Ooh, can't get it, but look who is there, having a big game tonight. Kyrie Holtzclaw. You know, I mentioned this earlier. He's just averaging 5.7 points, 5.2 rebounds per game. Solid numbers, but he's on a path to a double-double now if he keeps this up. And meanwhile, Redmond wide open underneath. Jordan there too late.
This is Redmond's game right now.
Really playing at an elite level. Explains you why some elite programs, Kentucky, in on him. Also, looking to keep him home, keep him in-state. The Maryland Terrapins, desperate for the services of Fareed Redmond, following the shoes of Cooper Kingy Cross, last year's Sim World Oops star, #1 overall player, now a Maryland Terrapin. Nations. Oh. Wow. Just left his defender untied and confused on the floor behind him.
These high pick and rolls are really creating problems for Beast of the East. That big man gets out of the lane and it just opens things up. And didn't even need a screen there, but once again, just another open look in the lane.
Wow, one of the rare times they haven't converted on that tonight. Or, when they haven't converted, they've actually been pretty good at getting some second chances.
That too, yeah.
Well, Eric Buss going to work, but he can't get that shot, and in flies.
Holtzclaw.
Yeah, that was Holtzclaw. Oh! Oh! Rattles it home, D'Angelo Jordan. Celebrates with the fans over there on the sideline, too.
And a nice lead going into the half here if they can make a stop.
Yeah. 12 seconds.
Oh.
That's a break there for Lakeshore. That was the last thing that Coach Lovelace wanted. Up by 7 with momentum, and instead the foul leads to a 3-point play opportunity.
Torin Trigg at the line, shooting.
This is Torin Trigg Jr. He's 6'7" of Wisconsin. Pretty not modest numbers in Simworld so far for Torin Trigg, but the 91st ranked player is being recruited by a host of Big Ten schools, and he completes the 3-point play there. Zagor has it, final seconds, opening half. Oh,
it's
nice
there.
move by Gore.
Automatic.
And that's the half court.
Not even going to give it a heave at a half court. Nice opening half for Lakeshore Drive, looking to rebound from last night's loss. And they have a 6-point advantage and a high-scoring affair here at the Bogus Athletic Center. Impressive performances. East of the East, Fareed Redmond really shined tonight. His shot has just been dialed in from the opening tip. Lakeshore Drive been sharing the wealth a little bit. Kind of the opposite of what you expect from these teams on paper. Norman Nations, Lath Money, Drake Harvell, Zagor, all getting in on the action. Here you got some highlights, watching Captain Drake Harvell go to work, leave his defender in the dust for 2.
Threw some bodies.
There's some bodies in that case. Well, this is a unique venue we got here, Paul. I like the fans being right there kind of on the court. Makes for a tough atmosphere. Some hot shooting so far. Look at those numbers. 18 for Redmond. Back, second quarter action up next. Second half just about to start here. So far, so good. Coach Brian Lovelace and his Lakeshore Drive team here at home. They really do need a win. Meanwhile, for Beast of the East, 6-1, and they are looking to maintain their advantage in their division race. Lath Money. Easy money right there. 8-point lead. No team is led by double digits. Chance for Lakeshore Drive to kind of take control here in the third quarter if they can manage it. Battle for the rebound. Oh, second
Jeez.
chance. Up
Big
and
board.
in.
11 cut.
Levin Cutler. Not a big game. We haven't mentioned his name a whole lot tonight, Paul, but he's a player.
No, mostly been just saying Redmond when it's came to Beast of the East. I mean, I don't know if we mentioned, but 18 points in the first half, 7 from 9 from the field, and 3 for 3 from deep. I mean, just at this point right now for Lakeshore Drive, you gotta create some sort of defensive scheme for him, alone, you know. So we'll see if Coach Lovelace came out with a new defensive game plan in this second half, or if we'll see much of the same that we
More
saw
of the
in the first.
same?
Yeah, right.
Well, opening couple possessions forced other beasts to try their luck with their shot. Now shot clock winding down here, but look at that. Wow. I mean, with the shot clock running out, you played 20 seconds of solid defense, and Norman Nations just lose it. Nice dish. Oh, first miss for Redmond, I think, tonight. No, he's missed a couple, hasn't he? He's perfect from deep. He's perfect from deep.
It's not an official jinx.
Look at Norman Nations heating up. 11-point advantage now for Lakeshore Drive, and for Beast, this is kind of a gut check moment. Eric Busk looking to settle him down, and they just forgot about him there. That's too easy. The captain of the Beasts, Eric Busk. Back in the hands of Nations.
Oh, he is. Nice pass there.
He could have got 2 more, but he gave it up for the assist.
He's making the right decisions, you know, like even off that screen, could have gone to the right, saw the defender stepped over, and left side was open, made the right read there.
Reed Redmond trying to do it on his own, and he does.
Redmond.
2 more for Fareed, up to 20 now. Timeout for Lakeshore Drive. They have a 9-point lead, but my colleague Paul points out they have a problem named Fareed Redmond, and they haven't been able to solve him yet tonight. Coach Lovelace looking to see what he can draw up here during this break. All right, quick break, and now we're back here. Lakeshore Drive looking to go to 4-3, have a winning record on the year. For Beasts of the East, if they don't pull it together here, the remaining just under 13 minutes of action to go in this one, they will drop to 6-2. Reed Redmond, both these teams actually played last night. Lakeshore, back-to-back games here at home, but Beasts played last night as well. Reed Redmond getting posterized on a vicious dunk. A Dunk of the Year nominee, finalist candidate, if not your winner already, to be sure. So,
that's why he came out tonight with such a vengeance, you know. He's got to make up for it.
I'm going to imagine that wasn't 100% off of his radar, that a lot of people watched that video and watched him laying prostrate on the floor. If you missed it, definitely go on to SimWorld Discord. You can find it in the recap. It's mentioned, or it's posted in the comments of the recap from the Beast game last night. Should also mention, it's a great segue. It's a great segue. Definitely want to get in this game. If you're not already, if you want to be a player, want to be a coach, want to get involved, come join us on Discord. It's discord.gg/SimWorldNBA. That is where all the conversation, all the controversy, all the fun happens. Come join us there and come be part of it. Well, Mitchell, Marison Cole, Canadian, solid 6'10", 250-pounder, just 16, the way most of these Lakeshore kids are. Pretty modest 4.3 points and 2.8 rebounds per game on the season, but he has definitely flashed and is part of this bright future I've been talking about for Lakeshore.
A hell of a frame for a 16-year-old.
He really does. And he's not without a certain kind of, grace. And high hands, high hand coordination skills. And he's got the ball down low now. Gives it up to Lake. Oh.
Foul.
Wow.
Mitchell
That
Marison
foul is on Mitchell Marison Cole. Offensive there. He just sort of pushed somebody out of the way.
Didn't have the grace on that one.
No, he did not. I know. I was just talking up his gazelle-like balletic moves out there. That was just a bull you out the way. And that is just a
Redmond.
stick it in your face. You cannot leave me that open move by Fareed Redmond. He is the offense tonight for Beast of the East. Let's see if they get some defense. Offense really hasn't been the problem for Beast. It's been this. Too much of this, including D'Angelo Jordan, who's really playing well.
And as we mentioned before, it's those pick and rolls for Lakeshore Drive. I mean, it's a simple play, but you make the right read, and there's an option available every possession.
Around won't go. Tough shot. Chance for Lakeshore to extend the lead back to double digits once again. And Busk really D'ing up Drake Harvell, but he's just not quick enough to stay with him. Now, it looks like, Paul, it looks like Beasts are really trying to deny the three-point shot out there when they get set, but that's, just leaving Harvell and Nations the ability to burn and get right to the rack.
Yeah, I agree. Lakeshore Drive, they've got some quick guards, and on offense, that quickness, that helps you get to the rim with ease, and I really wouldn't be concerned with the three-point line if I was the Beast right now. You gotta shore things up in the lane first and then go from there.
Doing it inside and outside, and speed and skill of Norman Nations and Drake Harvell, that backcourt allows them to start a 6'8", 6'9", 6'9" front line. A lot of teams run a three-guard concept on offense anymore, but not Lakeshore. They got three pretty big guys down there. Well, and the skill level of D'Angelo Jordan at 6'9" to kind of play that swing, wing kind of spot definitely gives you some advantages. And again, the fact that so many of these kids, only Drake Harvell is any minutes at all, isn't coming back next year if he wants to. Tough shot again, and that one rattles in. Nothing is coming easy. It's all, there's a price to be paid for every bucket right now for Beasts.
Kareem would be proud of that one.
Corner three off the nice pass, and it goes through. Jamal Harper, he is the other 17-year-old on Lakeshore Drive. Doesn't get a lot of run, not a ton of minutes, but nice there. And nice on this end. The finish from Levin Cutler.
Nice finish, but right now, both teams just trading buckets, and really need to stop if you're Beast of the East. I honestly didn't even realize it was a 10-point game. I didn't realize Lakeshore Drive pulled away.
They didn't just move that much. No, they have. They have gotten a few stops, and it's been way too much of this. And Beast, they are just giving up uncontested looks and lanes. And with just under 2 minutes to go, Lakeshore already has 70 points in this game.
And I don't wish injury on anyone, but if I'm coaching the Beast, you got to make them earn those buckets. It doesn't mean you got to hurt them, but at least contest the shot. Right now, they're getting a lot of just open looks and bailed out on that one.
Yeah, well, Marison Cole, I don't know if he realized that he had the much shorter Eric Busk on him or not. He should have just turned and taken that up. Instead, gets called for the 3-second violation. He comes out of the game now.
Contested.
Yep, contested again, but Torrin Trigg just inserted into the game. Zagor. Gore gets it back. He's kind of the top option of the configuration out there right now for Lakeshore. With the clock running down, A.J. Blaylock's going to try his luck inside. Can't get it to go. We're under a minute now in the third. Eric Busk shakes free, gets inside, but the defense from Gore, he came over and disrupted that. Nice work by Gore to kind of work over the screen there.
Yeah, was beat initially, but got back in time to
got
affect
back.
the shot.
Blaylock has it again. He feels like driving. Oh, once again, Blaylock comes up empty, however. That was a great opportunity to cut this lead down to single digits. Let's see if they can. Oh, threw that pass back out. I'm not sure it was quite how they drew it up, but blocked on that end. Prayer doesn't quite go answered. It is a 10-point margin. Lakeshore Drive looking to knock off the 6-1 Beast of the East here at home in Chicago. 8 minutes left in this one. We're going to take a quick break. Come right back. SimWorld TV. Minutes left here for Beast. They trail by 10. Do have the ball here to start. Fareed Redmond, 23 points in this one. But he's going to need to do more, and he's going to need some help from his friends if they're going to pull back. 3-second violation. This time goes against Beast of the East. Looks like Levin Cutler got caught down there. And that's not what you need if you're Beast. Yeah. Every possession. Need to make them count here.
And you mentioned Redmond had a red-hot first half with 18. Oh!
He did.
Only had 5, though, in the last quarter, so And we'll see if he goes back to his ways in the first half, or if Lakeshore Drive possibly came up with a game plan to stop him or slow him down at least.
Well, the defensive effort by Cutler turns into 2 points there. The lead is now down to 8, but Zagor
Too easy.
too easy. Norman Nations and Dre Carvel getting a rest right now, but it just doesn't really no drop-off for Lakeshore. Zagor able to get points quickly. Levin Cutler, once again, that was a nice drive, just didn't have the finish.
Good cut.
Oh,
Oh.
and Gore couldn't just quite get that thing to roll in. Here's Elijah Hawkins, gives it up. Isaiah James. Tough shooting night tonight for James, but here he drives and gets fouled. Holtzclaw's going to send him to the line. Now, if you're Coach Vince Johnson, for Beast, this is what you want to see. Your team scoring points while the clock is stopped.
James at the line. Shooting. 2.
Agree there, yeah. This is in favor for
Shooting 2.
the Beast, but gotta make the free throws too. You can't just get to the line, you know. You gotta take advantage of the quote unquote free points.
Well, James gets that one to go. Isaiah James, 6'4", 200-pounder out of Greensboro, North Carolina. He's averaging 7.3 on the season so far. Just 16 years old. Along with Levin Cutler, Zachary James, and JoJo Kearney, he makes up the youth contingent on this Beast roster, but he gets both, and Fareed Redmond checks back in for Beast, so 6.5 minutes, 8-point deficit. Nations once again.
And one. Norman Nations.
That is just a dagger. They've been doing it all night long.
Elijah Hawkins.
And really, particularly Nations and Gore. Dre Carvel's had a nice night, and he
Shooting
has
one more.
shaken his defender and attacked as well, but particularly Nations and Gore just carving up this defense again and again.
And Coach Lovelace is doing a good job of spacing their minutes apart, so when one comes out, you get another guard with fresh legs and just doing a lot of the same things on offense.
Levin Cutler.
Tough shot there for Levin Cutler, but he gets it to go. Kyrie Holtzclaw, ooh, nice move, gets his own rebound and stuffs it home.
Claw.
Kyrie's been stuffing the stat sheet tonight too. He's been rebounding, double digits in scoring. 3 assists earlier, if he hasn't added to that since I last checked. Nice night from Kyrie Holtzclaw.
Doesn't always show up on the stat sheet, but if it could, Holtzclaw would have a lot of hustle points this game, a lot of offensive boards, and you even saw it there, missing his own shot, but getting it right back up and getting a bucket.
Ray Carvel gives it up. Lath Money at the top of the key. Shot clock winding down. Oh, forced into a rare pull-up. Just won't quite go in. Oh, good defense there from Beast. Is it too little, too late? And they continue to do it, I guess, is the question. Elijah Hawkins. Nothing to work here with the shot clock winding down, and his jumper won't go.
Took a little too long in that possession too. I mean, right now time is your enemy if you're the Beast. So you don't have to rush your shots, but you can't be holding them. And he makes up for it right there.
Yep. Hawkins, excuse me. 6'3" guard out of Washington, D.C. And importantly, it's been 2 straight stops. Let's see if they make it 3.
Good defense.
Well, second chance, though. Ray Carvel stuck with it, picked up his own miss. And D'Angelo Jordan now.
Oh my.
Oh,
Timeout.
Jordan.
wow. Athletic, acrobatic move there from D'Angelo Jordan. Hit by the first defender and then adjust his shot to evade the on-rushing second defender coming over to help. He extends the lead back to 10, and there are 4 minutes and 1 second left in this game. Lakeshore Drive, probably a little bit of an underdog, even though they were here at home coming into this one, just given how well Beasts are playing, but can't really fault too much that Brian Lovelace and his troops have done tonight.
No, definitely not. And if I'm being honest, I had Lakeshore Drive as the underdog in this one, and
yeah,
even with the home court advantage, you see the opposing team's record, you see 6-1, and you just assume, oh well, if they're not going to win it, it's at least going to be a close game. So for Lakeshore Drive to be up 10 here with 4 minutes left, it's. I'm a little surprised. I'm not going to lie.
Lakeshore's a little up and down. Maybe we should expect that from a team with so many younger players on it. But, they've already beaten 2 teams by more than 20 points, and they've been beating themselves by more than 30 in a game already this season. So some nights they really bring it, and some nights they're a little bit off. And tonight they brought it. Let's see if they can, for another 4 minutes, keep this intensity up and come out of here with a W. Well, they're going to need to play better defense on that man for sure.
At least get a handout.
Fareed Redmond. Well, Nations been living inside tonight, but got to give it up there. Oh. Drake Harvell turns it into a 3. Lead restored at 10 again. It's tough there for Beasts.
Yeah,
it's tough. You get that 3. You actually did a good job stopping Nations getting underneath, and it turns into a 3-point bucket by Drake Harvell. A 2 on this end from Eric Busk. The time keeps on ticking off the clock here.
Shooting foul.
Aggressive move.
Yeah. I don't love that foul call. I felt like he was a little out of control there. Drake Harvell, but more than 50% of the time, probably, the referee is going to give you that call. So Harvell to the line.
Harvell at the line. 100% on the season so far, and I think as a team, it's interesting to note that Lakeshore Drive is currently 3rd in the league for overall team percentage. So, as a team, they're very comfortable from behind the free throw line.
Well, let's see if Beast and Coach Vince Johnson start to foul here as time gets closer. Beast could just whittle this lead down to 8 or 6, I think. It'll really start to feel like a game again, but Lakeshore has done a great job of just not letting him make that little run to make this thing interesting again. Elijah Hawkins, he hit a 3 a minute ago. Passes it out here, though. Redmond has it. Turnaround.
Not a great shot.
No, it looked nice. If it would have went in, it would have been, ESPN top 10. But nice finish by Kyrie Holtzclaw on this end. Kyrie Holtzclaw has sneakily been player of the game candidate out here tonight. Redmond has another. He's keeping ray of hope for Beast of the East. Fareed Redmond almost single-handedly.
Timeout.
Lakeshore wants to talk it over with 2:11 remaining. Coach Lovelace wants to be sure they're going to hold on to this lead and secure this win. Well, I mentioned it before, but we have the post-up coming up next, right after this broadcast. And then, once they wrap that up, we're going to be back. We're going to switch the scene. Sim World Africa and reigning Treys, 2 teams with 2 very different starts to the season. Reigning Treys looking to go 5-2. Sim World Africa just looking to pick up that first win, change the narrative, change the outlook for an Africa team that overperformed last year. And maybe expectations got raised because nobody really saw this 0-5 coming, but here it is.
I don't think any team ever does. You never expect to start the season winless, but it's still early on in the season, and like you said before, I mean, they had a great season last year. They still have the players, you know, and
They do.
I
The
wouldn't.
player.
Go ahead.
Oh, go
Sorry.
ahead. No, I was going to say, well, but to transition, I was just going to say, in the player of the game in this one, there's a few different candidates. I'll ask you first, Paul. Who's your player of the game?
I mean, I don't want to steal it, but you just mentioned Holtzclaw. I mean, he's been all over today. He might not be leading Lakeshore Drive in scoring, but he's been all over on rebounds and setting screens. If that was worth anything, Holtzclaw has been sending some great screens all day for his guards.
Can't disagree with the call. I'm going to cast my vote, however, for Norman Nations. I just feel like the young guard has been said at the top of the broadcast. He is the engine that makes Lakeshore go, and he did that tonight. As they look to hold on to a lead here, but nice basket by Eric Busk, and with 1:55 remaining, the lead is 8. Still a game to be played here. But you got to get a stop, and Eric Busk just does not have the ability to stick with Dre Carvel tonight.
I think that's the cherry on top there, unless a miracle. I wouldn't say miracle. There's still some time, but
Yeah, no, it wouldn't quite be a miracle, but you really needed to stop that last possession. You got to get one here now. And Carvel, once again, going to go to work. This time he goes in on 2 defenders, has his shot blocked, but he gets it back. Oh, and taken away. Had his pocket picked, so a little bit of life here for Beast of the East. Busk, he can hit from out there. He's got it top of the key. A lot of time running off the clock, but Beast do manage to turn it into a layup. 1:04 remaining now.
surprised we don't see the press here.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not seeing the press as well, but you know, in a weird way, there's still plenty of time. You just have to get a stop. They haven't these last few possessions, and not either on this one. Lath Money,
Beast of the East.
leading rebounder, 6'8" big man. It's the little flip to go. 10-point lead, 52.8 seconds, and Beasts have just not been able. They've never had it closer than 8. They've not been able to get it close. No, I take that back. I think off of a 3-pointer by Fareed Redmond, they cut it to 7, but that was instantly answered on the other end by Dre Carvel, and that's as close as Beast's been able to make this. Lakeshore Drive from tip-off to final buzzer here. They've played a good game tonight.
I think Coach Johnson and the Beasts are going to look back at this game and be frustrated with that. I think it was second or third quarter when Lakeshore Drive kind of pulled away. They took a couple of bad shots, and you don't think about it in the moment, but then those points add up, those empty possessions add up, and next thing you know, you're down 10 points. And ever since then, it feels like Lakeshore Drive's been in the how do you say
Driver's seat.
Driver's seat. Yeah, I'm blanking on it.
Well, Beast set to inbound here, looking to get a quick shot. Fareed Redmond takes it. That's who you want, but he can't hit that one. That might be Fareed's first missed 3. And Lakeshore just going to wrap this up here for the most part, it looks like. No fouls coming from Beast of the East. Vince Johnson waving the white flag. These guys played well tonight overall, but just came up against a Lakeshore Drive team that had too much.
They were hungry too. I mean, you mentioned they lost last night.
3-pointer.
3-3 on the season. A lot of people already doubting them, saying their season's over. And I feel like if they came in tonight with a chip on their shoulder and really wanted to prove something.
Well, I think you can argue they did. They played a good ball game against a very good Beast of the East team, and they are coming out 90-83 victors. Folks, thanks for sticking with us and watching this game. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. That was a fun one. If the second half of our doubleheader between Africa and reigning Treys is 75% as good, we're going to have another good game on our hands. All right, well, that wraps it up for the moment for me and Paul, but we will be back shortly. Coming up next, 60 seconds, 90 seconds tops, I bet. We are going to get the post up. One and only Rick Blaze and the Marvelous Maestro. Eric for Paul. We'll see you again shortly. Thanks, folks.
Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Understand the joy that I feel. This passion, this purpose is real. I get to do this here with my friends. I get to do this here for my kids. Mama getting a brand new Benz, and back gon' get what she gives. That's loyalty over trends. It's BXB for the win. I put this here on my granny. Go reserve those seats at the Grammys. That's loyalty over trends. It's BXB for the win. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me tell you what you can't do. When I was a young boy, hey boy, hey boy, you know we got the city on go mode. When you see us, I no photos. Girlfriend ass on whoa whoa, and we stay down like 10 toes.
Good evening and welcome to the Post Up. I am Maestro, joined by the man who was once banned, not from Twitter, not from TikTok, not from Facebook, but from the solitaire app on his own phone, Rick Blaze. How you doing tonight, baby?
Maestro's going on, my brother. Let me start the show off with they was who I thought they was.
Yeah, boy.
I've been telling people the whole time. Now, let me say this. I have nothing against Beast from the East. Beast of the East. Isaiah James just hit me up on Discord, so shout out to him. I didn't get a chance to respond because I'm doing the show right now, Isaiah. I'll get back with you in a minute, brother. I have nothing against them. I just felt like their 5-0 was not an elite 5-0. Every team they beat was 500 or below when they beat them. That's no knock against Beast of the East. I'm just saying they're not the elite team. I'm just saying they have a gentleman's 5-0. That's all I'm saying. They have a gentleman's 5-0, and people need to chill out with all that Beast of the East. Chill. Fareed Redmond, he's the truth. Cutler, Redmond had 28 tonight. Cutler had 14. Bust through in 11. Yo, they are a solid team. But let's pump the brakes and all that elite talk right now. That's all I'm saying, fellas. They not top 5, although their record says it. The number's not everything.
Well, you know, you got to look at it from the standpoint of you play who you play.
Yeah.
You play who's in front of you.
Of course.
But there's a difference. There's a difference between playing the team in front of you and playing to the standard that you are. And elite teams play to a standard that's not measured by anything other than their own greatness. And when you face with a team like tonight, unfortunately, you know what? Hey, look, what was the topic? Lake drowns beast.
Yeah.
You know, too much of it, too much water got on you.
It got on you. It got. And look, there's no shame in losing. This is not about wins and losses.
Right.
Beast of the East could have lost this game, and I'm cool with that. I'm saying what I'm saying because how they lost the game. They never had the lead against a Lakeshore Drive team.
Right.
They never was in the driver's seat at any point in time of this game. So again, it's not just the fact that they lost. No. That's what I look at. So people just look at wins and losses. I go deeper than that. How do you lose? Do you get beat or do you beat yourself? And tonight, Beast of the East got beat.
If you had to point to one thing that led to the score tonight, what would you say? What would you say if you had to point to just one? I mean, you know, it's never just one thing. We all know that.
Right.
We all,
of course.
Look,
of course.
we are not 3 years old here. Okay, it's never just one thing. Well, I'm sorry. Speak for yourself. I could be 3, but if you had to point to one thing tonight that if they would have done X, the score might have been different.
Beast of the East couldn't get multiple stops in a row. They would get 8 stop here, 8 stop there. And Lakeshore Drive scored 66 buckets in the paint, my dude. You can't let that man, somebody pitching woo out there in the paint. Man. 66 points. They building houses, condos, Cineplex. That's a lot of time in that paint, baby. That's too much money.
Bruh, that is like going on like on like an Easter egg hunt on like a short carpet floor, bro. You ain't got none but eggs right in
You
front.
got
Just go
number.
pick 'em, 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 pick 'em. That's all you got. That's a mess, man. I tell you, that's you know, and I'm okay. You know, I'm gonna say about something else there, Rick. Leverage.
Yeah,
I kept seeing tonight. I kept seeing Beast give up leverage. They would have a move to the basket because they had to leverage, not take it. They would have a pass. They would have a back door. Perfect on leverage, wide open. I'm not talking about passing the guy over. I'm talking about he's open on the opposite side.
yeah,
Kept getting missed, kept getting missed, and those are the things and bad choices that led from misleverage calls. I should say misleverage decisions. You have to know when you got a man on your hip. You have to know when you got a passing lane that's not only about to be open, but it's open right now, just like Waffle House, right? You
yeah.
want to get it in there.
Few
So
things. Few things like that.
that's just I'm sorry, leverage. And tonight they were missing it. And oh, by the way, give it up for Lakeshore.
Absolutely. I'm glad
Give
you
it
said
up
that.
for Lakeshore.
I'm glad you said that, Maestro. I was just about to say, let's give Lakeshore some credit now. They're not no slouch. I think, matter of fact, they've been underplaying as a team up until this point. So I'm glad they took on the challenge at home and gave Beast all they wanted and some.
100%. So let's talk about that moment. Let's talk about that moment that you might have had in some part of your life where you knew you had made it in the group of people you was with. Maybe it was that time on the team when when running a drill, the team came to you to lead the drill because you're the one that's been banging it. Maybe it's that
Yeah.
time in the game when you're just handling so much. When you get guys getting the huddle, everybody looks at you and they put their knuckles in your chest and say, "Take us home." Tell us about one of those moments that you had there, Rick Blaze.
Man, that's interesting. I've always been a popular guy, but I've never been the inside guy. I've always been an outside guy. So I don't really, I didn't really have those moments. Even when I did well and everyone could see I did well, I was still considered the underdog for whatever reason, right? It is what it is. So when I get that moment for me is when I go do my own thing and other people latch onto that or want to be a part of that. Like, oh shit, y'all find that cool too? That's when I have that moment. But as far as in a group of people, nah, I can blend in with all of them, but I still know that underdog mentality is still always there, no matter what.
Nice. Let's go get some yells in here. Talk to us, yells.
Hey. Appreciate y'all letting me get in here. Rick, I was actually telling you this story just the other day. So a while back, man, when I was a young kid, I had a really good friend of mine at that time. Not anymore. I don't know where he is. I was not athletic at all. I wasn't into sports until later in life, or a little bit later, at least after this point. This kid, his dad was around. His dad was sports, everything he did: karate, Taebo, baseball, basketball, football, everything. We're like, 8, 9, 10 years old. And by the way, he used to beat me up every day because of the karate. I'll go ahead and put that out there so y'all can enjoy y'all's nights. And we'd still hang out. We hit the baseball diamond one day because that's what he did. And he was like, "Hey man, yells, come play." I'm like, I don't know how to play. I don't know what the rules are. I don't do sports. You know this. We get together. We play video games. That's what we do. And we eat and talk crap, right? He's like, "Man, just come out there. You just be the catcher." I'm like, all right, I just catch a ball. I guess that's it. Number one, this is a real field. These kids know what they're doing. They start throwing that ball. I've never seen it, right? That ball's moving really fast, Maestro. Rick, I already told you, that ball's moving really fast. I'm really just getting the mid up just to block the ball, just to keep it from hitting me. I'm terrified, man. They're pitching that thing. These kids had to be throwing like 60 miles an hour at that age. So, yeah. Again, I don't know the rules. I don't know anything. I really never hung out with anybody other than this little kid. Nobody else. So finally, somebody pitches it. It pops up in the air. So I got to ruin the story by telling you it's a foul. But what I will tell you is I don't know what a foul is at this point, right? My homeboy told me, just catch the ball. No matter what, just catch the ball. Man, I take off running full sprint. This is a really nice field, too. I take off running full sprint. I'm trying to go catch the ball. No one's saying anything. If they are, I don't hear them. I got blinders on. I just take off running. I dive, man. I fall all in the dugout. I got blood on me. I'm looking. It's crazy. I get up, got the ball in my mitt. Everybody's like, oh, what a catch. I was instantly pretty cool. Sports was pretty cool to me then. I was all in. That was my acceptance moment. That was my moment where I joined into sports.
There you
Beautiful,
go. All they missing was a couple cheerleaders.
Hey, I still didn't know what I did. I still didn't know if I was supposed to catch it or not.
Well, you caught it, you did. I'll tell you something, man. That's a beautiful story, Yels. And I'll tell you some
Y'all
stuff
get
that
back to it, man. I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you, Yels. And you know what? That's the beautiful thing about whether it's sports, whether it's in business, whether it's in life, working with other people, working
Hmm.
as a team. When you get that moment when people say, "Yeah, I need you here with me," just because of your reputation, just
Yeah.
because they like you, that's a cool deal. I've been
Don't
blessed with a
drop the
lot of moments
ball.
like that. But I tell you something. I never thought this until you, Rick Blaze, and that's why I had this topic on my head tonight. Because I was thinking back on moments like you. I was never an inside guy. I was always an outside guy because I always had another plan. But I just remember one time getting called out on an operation, and a top tier team needed a seat filled in it. And next thing you know, I get a call from my ADSO saying, "Yo, Maestro, they need you." Now I didn't know these guys. We had trained years apart and stuff like that,
Hmm.
but the fact that they called me for a top tier mission because of what they heard about me, because of how they felt about me, I'll just never forget that moment of walking in the room and having these guys who I know I respected looking at me with that same look like, "Let's go get it, fam." So I'll tell you,
There you
that's a
go.
beautiful thing. And we're seeing that now this season with a bunch of players. Players like Trey Hyman, players like Nations tonight, like even Redmond, like guys who are coming through, and you can
Yeah.
tell they have that moment in them where their teams are saying, "You know what? You do you. We're not gonna let you down." And that's when you know you've transitioned over.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so so here we go. Let's hit it up. Remember that time you walked in the wrong room? We all did it. We all did. Now watch yourself now. Watch yourself now. Watch yourself now. So
Oh, yes, I
sometimes,
do.
sometimes, sometimes we walk in the
Oh,
wrong room, and it's a good
oh,
thing.
man.
We
Yeah,
walk in
this
the
is
wrong
true.
sometimes, you were supposed to go meet with the offensive side and you walk into the special team side and it's like, "Oh, snap, I'm in the wrong room," but it's a
Yeah,
good thing for you to be there. Sometimes you're
I agree.
supposed to walk into the trig class, but you walked into calculus 3. And
Yeah.
I can hang with this. So, Blazer, tell us about that time you walked in the wrong room that turned out to be a blessing or a gift.
Man, that's a really good man. That's really you come on, man. You coming through tonight, Maestro?
I got you, baby. I got you.
Boy, get dropping knowledge tonight. So I remember when I first got out of college, my mom said I had to get a job. I felt she was wrong. I felt I needed a break from school. So I told her she was in the wrong room at that time. But anyway, we negotiated, and she gave me 3 months to chill before I go get a job. Anyway, I finally go get a job. I work at Centerpoint, which is a gas company locally here in Houston, and it's a telemarketing job. So it's downtown, traffic's crazy, and people are paying downtown for parking. But I'm just out of college. I ain't paying for no damn parking. Like, so I will park like 4 blocks away. You know what I'm saying? To try to get to work on time, and I'm always barely making it on time. Anyway, I'm late every day. Is what I'm getting at. So finally, the manager was like, "Hey, you can't be being late because you got to be on time." Cool. Nevertheless, I'm still late today. She calls me in one day and says, "Hey, you know what? Let's not fool each other, waste each other's times. I know you don't want to be here. You know you don't want to be here. Why don't you just go ahead and go?" And I looked at her straight face and I said, "You know what? You're right." And I left out there, and it was a blessing, man. I've been on a roller coaster ride ever since.
Beautiful, brother. Beautiful, brother. Yeah. I think if you,
And I got the unemployment too, Mike. Hold on, Maestro. I got that unemployment too, baby.
got
You
that
know I
check,
had to
check, check.
file on them. I
Got
want
that
the
check, check,
whole
check.
thing. Wrongful
Got that check.
termination is because of the color of my skin. They don't like caramel up there. I had to go with that, Maestro. I need the whole year. I want to get
Got that
paid the entire 365.
Got that check, check, check. Got that check, check, check. I tell you something, man. I tell you something. The beautiful part about having lives like ours, and by the way, if you want to hear some other good stories, please check out like the commentators for the night, Elava and Paul Stice. You're doing a great job calling the game, and can't wait to hear
Agreed.
them in the next game with reigning Treys versus SimWorld Africa. And you know what? When those two teams get together, you can throw the record. I tried to make it sound exciting. Anyway, it's gonna be what's gonna be. But we've all people who live the life like we are blessed to live. We've all had that moment where we're supposed to be one place, we end up someplace else, but we realize, wait, no, I'm supposed to be here. Same exact thing happened to me. Same exact thing happened to me when I was trying to I thought I was hired for a gig, and I walk into a room thinking that, "Okay, here's what the people are gonna be." Gotcha. I thought, here's where the people are gonna be. I walk in, I'm sitting in there, ain't nobody in there.
Mm.
Nobody's it's quiet. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, half an hour. Okay, I can get out of here. Dude walks in and says, "Hey man, what you do?" I told him what I did. He says, check, come here one second. I said, "Okay, well, maybe it's what it was, maybe miscommunication." I walk in the room. Long story short, I ended up getting a chance to work on a gig that sustained me for the next 2.5 years,
Wow. Come on.
only only having to work 45 minutes a night, 3
Yeah,
nights a
dang.
week. Yeah, it was
They
actually
still hiring?
they they
Jesus
were
Christ.
they were looking
45 minutes a day?
they were looking for a bass player. They were looking for a bass player, and that's my thing. So
Oh,
there
you
you
play
go.
bass? You play bass too?
Yeah, that's what I do, bro. One day
We
I got to
need,
give you
you
some
know what? We
receipts.
need a crossword puzzle of everything you do and can't do. We dropping something about this. What can't Maestro do? Put that in Discord, guys. What can't Maestro do? We're gonna do an A, B, C, D order
I
and
love
see
it.
which one he chooses. But we'll get them next time.
Alan, we definitely get the next time. Thank you, everybody, for checking out the show. Reigning Treys, World Africa coming up. Remember, check out our guys, Elava, Paul Stice, the great podcast coming up, Blazing Takes, Mark Parsha, and Around the Table with Elava and the Fat Man. Also, remember, if you talk to a clown in the sewer, we can't be friends.
You it.
Little Red putting it down with their partners, and you sure as heck ain't gonna stop us.
Hey folks, we are back. Second half of our doubleheader tonight, Thursday night on SimWorld TV. Reigning Treys at home here in Seattle, and they are taking on A desperate and hungry SimWorld Africa side looking for their first win. Treys, last year's Seattle Stars, they know what losing's all about. They had a bad season last year that they have completely turned around. Africa looking to do it in the middle of this SimWorld season. They are 0-5, but a win here over this good Treys team could jumpstart their season. Once again, we've got E-Lava behind the mic, and I am joined here by Paul, our producer Ron Yell, producing the games as always. And Paul, I like the stadium. I like this place. I love this floor here. You know, this floor was donated by members of the 1980s Seattle Supersonics, and certainly has a Supersonics kind of feel to it, this whole arena. Looking forward to this one, and I'm actually excited to see Africa. I know they've started off slowly, to say the least, but I'm a big Eji Fabenle fan, and I'm curious to see what number 22 in black and his teammates do out there tonight.
Agreed there, E-Lava. Definitely excited to see what Africa can do here tonight. First game for new coach Alfonso Trent, you know, new blood. Hopefully bringing some new energy to the team to hopefully bring that first win for them. But yeah, I'm excited as well. Should be a good one on tap tonight.
Well, if you're a neutral fan, keep your eye on Fabenle. Number 22 out there, 6'5", can play point guard, and can shoot the ball as well. Fabenle averaging 18.8 on the season and a team-high 4.2 assists. It's just been a relatively thin-looking Africa roster, not giving enough support, but he's doing it on his own here early. Takes the ball away from Cam Astro, gets to the rack, but can't get it quite up and in. Big 7-footer. Jason Crosser rips it down. Tough pass from Astro. Hard work inside, gets the finish, ties it up at 2. This is Travion Sherwood. Sherwood does a lot of his damage from outside. He's hit 6 threes already this season, but the 6'9" big man gets it there. It is all Fabenle for Africa. Maybe that's their best option. He's going to go to the line.
I'd say their best and possibly their only option when he's in the game. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of game he has here tonight. And good start already, being aggressive, getting to the rim. Yeah, we'll see if he. I mean, I see the Treys. They're playing a zone, so we'll see if they possibly are able to make it tough for him to score down low in the paint and force him to take some outside shots. But as of right now, you know, he's got it going.
Well, Fabenle has grown since we saw him last season. He played at 6'3" in his 16-year-old year. 17 years old now, and he's sprouted up to 6'5". I think he's got a bright future. So do some top college programs: Duke, Kentucky, Elvin Sampson's Houston. Just a few of the big names recruiting Fabenle hard.
All teams that lost in the tournament.
There's a lot of blue bloods and top teams lost in that tournament this year. We've talked a lot about Africa. Reigning Treys off to a nice start this year. They're 4-2, and they look pretty good. Oh, charging foul there called on Kevon Jackson. Jackson known more for his dunking ability than ending up on the floor like that. Goes over. Goes over to the bench. Jackson taking a quick early break. I mentioned this arena, the floor here, donated by the Supersonics, and one of the nicer ones. Got a lot of local area sponsorship. They really support their team, the Reigning Treys, here in the Seattle area. They've been rewarded so far this season, but they clearly have a task on their hands tonight. Early on for Fabenle, offense and defense, getting it done for Africa.
And you say they donated the court. You mean they got like brand new wood and everything, right? This wasn't.
No, I believe this was the actual court used by the Sonics.
Oh no! I feel like that can't be good. Am I crazy?
Oh no! How about that? It's actually no. My producer Roniel, always on the spot with the info. Not the actual court. Am I hearing that right, Roniel? is the floor. Okay, I take it back.
I mean, it looks fine. You know, we haven't seen any injuries that I can think of. Everyone seems to be moving fine on the court.
Cam Astros found himself on that court a few times already, and 6'6" point guard. That's a bucket there. I like what I see in Cam Astro. Definitely one for the future, just 16 on a pretty young reigning Treys squad. Shot clock winding down here, but
oh my
look
God.
at that. That is Amos Pelenge from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is not the same as the Republic of the Congo. Two different things. The ROC and the ROC.
Pelenge shooting 66% from beyond the arc so far this season on 8 makes. I mean, although the team is 0-5, his shooting has not been a problem so far.
Oh, and outside shooting was something that Africa really needed last year. Pelenge providing that. Oh, there's the nice little turn. That is Jason Crosser using his 7'1" frame to maximum effect. Well, little inside move here. Oh! Ooh, can't get the shot down. Khaled Ali, 6'10", from Alexandria, Egypt, and Ali was originally committed to Run DMC. He's going to move to the States and play for Coach Myron Murray's squad, but ended up reconsidering something of a mutual decision between the player and the program, and to the benefit of Africa. Ali averaging just a little bit more than 9 points and about 3.5 rebounds per game.
You think he still looks back on that decision and thinks he made the right one, or?
Well, certainly Africa struggled, but Ali does start alongside big Abraham Kasongo, 6'11" and 6'10" Ali are their front line. So he definitely gets minutes and exposure here.
Yeah, just looking at it on the sheet here, it looks like Ali actually leads the team in minutes with 22.4. So, like you say, yeah, definitely getting his opportunity. So
much of that is what it really is most important when you're at this age, developing and looking to move on up to the next level, college or pro. Oh, nice drive inside from Nick Beal. He gets his own rebound. And Jafet Towns, quiet night for him so far. Jafet Towns averaging 22.5 points in the game. Looks like a real star in the making, but Africa's quieted him early on in this one.
a lot slower pace than we had in our first game with Lakeshore Drive and East of the East.
Much slower. I think they both had 23 by this point.
Yeah.
Instead of 16 combined. Ooh, tough shot, but that goes through. And that is Kylo Charlampopoulos. Kylo C, as most prefer to call him. Oh,
nice.
Rattling through Lassina Traore. 6'2" guard from Burkina Faso, averaging 7.6 a contest. Oh, Chet Towns, he's just not got his shot to go, but Kylo has the rebound, goes back up with it.
Shooting foul.
Foul by Abraham Kasongo. Kasongo thought he got all ball, and
I thought he did too.
I was going to say, there's not a whole lot of a Africa crowd out here in the Pacific Northwest. It is definitely a group of people favoring the home team, but a few voices didn't really care for that call either. But regardless, ends the 6' C, Kylo Charlampopoulos to the line.
Great last name.
Great last name. Fantastic Greek name there. You get that with a lot of Greek names ending in an opulus.
Yeah. And those are the names usually, too, that on the jersey they have to round out, you know, because they can't.
Go to the smaller font.
Yeah.
Well, Kylo cuts it to 3. 2 minutes in this one, opening quarter. Oh, nice pass. Great dish. Well, there you go. Benley showing you he can do more than just score. He can dish that ball too. Nick Beal trying to work his way down in. Can't do it. Has a shot blocked, but once again, Nick Beal. Nick's gone in the attack twice. Come up empty with his first shot both times, but cleaned it up. Got an offensive rebound each possession too.
And both times he actually benefited from shooting his shot short by hitting the bottom of the rim, and it just bounced right back to him twice now.
Reverse layup there, but that won't drop for Lassina Traore. And it's going to be Beal trying to work off the screen, sets it back up. Nice little flip off the glass. 1 point game. Reigning Treys have not led yet tonight.
Man.
Yeah, Traore looking decent out there, huh? You know, he came into this game shooting under 30% from the field, but looking pretty efficient so far.
And knocked down the 3, right?
Ooh.
Not too long ago.
Tough shot right there. Xavier Bryant, 6'7" out of Indianapolis. Well, look at this, Traore. Off the bench, pouring in points.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought Asher Benedict could have done a little bit more there too. Maybe didn't realize he was open as he was. Beal.
He's going to get his own rebound.
Well, Beal's been playing like a post player, you know. Beal's only 6 foot even.
Huge.
For Benley, but there is a loose ball foul.
I thought that was an and-1.
For Benley. Foul call.
Bucket's going to count,
The points will count.
but so will the foul. Ooh. The heave at the buzzer bounces off. Africa winless, but in possession of a 6-point lead early in this one. Second quarter action. Lorraine aside. We return in just a moment. Six-point advantage for SimWorld Africa. Their star man, AG Fabenle, high scorer in this one so far with 9. Reigning Treys are controlling the boards. They've got a 10-6 glass advantage, and that may be the way that they want to start to think to chip this lead away. Get one of their own and get a win here at home. But impressive start from Fabenle, and also from this man, Lassina Traore. You know, I talked about the fact he'd come off the bench, or had been a bench player for Africa, with their new coach, Alfonso Trent. He's been inserted into the starting lineup, and it seems to be paying dividends at this point.
Agree. He's already got more than his season average, which is 7.8. He's already got 8 this game.
Loose ball, and Africa comes up with it. Can't get a bucket, though. 3 on the way. won't go, and Nagana Lakunde, Kenyon's out there, number 72. Oh,
What's he doing?
and that is a third personal foul
Jackson.
on Kevon Jackson. This is a strange night for reigning Treys.
On the court.
Haven't looked really just very sharp so far. It looks like Jackson's staying out there right now, but 3 fouls this early in the game. Oh! Nice
That was
block.
Jackson.
I know, taking a chance there with 3 fouls, but still aggressive on defense, and that was the right thing to do. Ashley Benedict turns it into a bucket at the other end, but reigning Treys and Coach C.C. Lytle taking a risk keeping one of their star players out there on the court. Oh, nice move. Wow. Impressive right there. Mustafa Bamba curled right around big Jason Crosser. Two-handed dunk.
One of the biggest stories right now for the Treys has got to be I would say the disappearance of Japheth Towns. 0 points so far. It's the big dunk there from Kevon Jackson. Dunk God, known as.
That's what Kevon does. They need a lot of that, but they need to keep him in the game too. Definitely keep an eye. Kevon Jackson and Africa. Coach Trent would be wise to attack that. Oh, look at this. Nice steal from Lakunde. Africa does not look intimidated or lacking confidence. Maybe they got a new little leash on life out here with Coach Alfonso Trent taking over. Couldn't get that bucket to go, though.
Oh,
Too easy for Kevon.
he got that third foul, and Coach was trying to take him out. He said, no, I'm staying in.
Yeah, I gotta do something. Well,
Nice pull-up.
yep. That is Africa's answer to any little run that reigning Treys looks to put on here. And
Our timeout.
timeout. Yep, reigning Treys. Well, they're still down by 6, same as they were when we started this quarter, and potentially having some foul issues. 6'4", 74th ranked, but I think destined to see his number climb when the new rankings come out next month. Kevon Jackson really kind of came to life after getting that early third foul, but Africa, through the efforts of principally Eji Fabenle and Lucina Traore, look confident, look good here in Washington State.
I would say we have a bit of a Freaky Friday situation with the switching of roles. Going into the game, I was expecting Towns and Jackson, the duo between them two, to be the highlight duo. And as you say, for Africa, Traore and I already forgot his name.
Fabenle.
They've really been leading the way and been the primary duo to look at.
Back to live action. Ends up in the hands. Amos Pelenge, who gets his shot blocked by big Jason Crosser.
Not the smartest idea there to try to shoot over Crosser.
Well, first attempt blocked on that end, but the second chance goes up and in, and the lead is now cut to 4. Benley going to work on Cam Astro, picks up a screen, heads to the hoop. Gets it with the foul. Brentley Watson, the third, whistled. And a send for Benley back to the line. Having a nice night. Eji for Benley, 19th ranked among all 17-year-olds in SimWorld.
Shooting one.
Taking his time here.
Well, a little patience.
Whatever gets the job done.
Routine.
You know?
Yeah, he does have a slow free throw routine. Benley, but hey, when it works, and he drained it there.
See if Towns can get it going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jafet Towns back out there and ball in hand. He hasn't made a shot yet tonight. At least before now.
It's like they can hear us, I swear. Sometimes
Well, we're close enough. They ought to be able to.
The amount of times
Oh,
I
look
say
at this.
he has his
Oh!
my
That might have been too easy for AG. Might have been. It looks like, I don't know, he's maybe took his eye off the rim for a second, expected somebody to rotate over, but didn't end well. Here comes AG again. Wants to make up for it. Once again, he is going to attack inside. Gives it up, however. There's Polenge, dangerous outside shooter, but he gives it up, swings it to Fabende. Oh, I get a shot off here.
Oh my
And
God.
up and in.
Three-pointer.
Khaled Ali,
Khaled
don't be
Ali.
fooled by the fact he's 6'10", folks. That is his 4th three-point splash of the year. And look at that, the lead just like that is 6 in it.
It's the new generation of big men, as they say.
Jason Crosser, 7'1" out there, and he can do that too.
Towns.
Jafet Town starting to warm up. That would not be good news for upset-minded Africa. Oh, what a
my
move!
God.
Great defense actually as well, but even
Fabende.
better finish from Fabende. I thought Crosser was certainly going to block, if not disrupt that shot meaningfully, but concentration for Fabende to finish, and a two-handed stuff down on this end for Jafet Towns. He's got 7 quick points.
See, they're trying to get over the screen. Sometimes when you're beat that bad, you just gotta attempt to make the switch. You know, he's already past it. You gotta at least attempt to make a defensive stop.
Once again, shot clock all but winding down, and they just throw the ball away.
It's like they're playing hot potato at the end of the shot clock.
Well, I think Treys has stepped up their defense a little bit as well, and they've got their offense going. They're back to within a point. Watson the third, not a big-time score, 3.5 on the year, but he got that.
Oh.
Look at their nice pass. A little bit too
Go
far
up.
under the bucket, however. Shot won't go, but the foul is called. And Mustafa Bamba going to head to the line. Cam Asper doesn't like the call.
I was expecting 3 seconds.
Mustafa Bamba at the line, shooting 2.
Bamba at the line. He's 6'6", 200-pounder, excuse me, from Guinea in Western Africa. Averaging 5 points and 3 rebounds per game. And the second up and away from Bamba here.
Are all
Gets
the
it to
Africa
go.
players taught to take that long at the free throw line? Maybe I just haven't noticed it before, but it's 2 in a row now.
It is.
Could be strategy.
It's a style.
probably.
It's a style. It's an affectation. It's a, yeah. And Nick Beal's back out there, and he's got the ball. That's actually the furthest
Oh
away.
my.
And look at that. He got another offensive rebound off of his own miss. This is the first time I think that Team Treys weren't able to turn it into points somehow.
He's got to be padding his stats.
Some kind of miscommunication there. Somebody didn't know an alley-oop was coming, but look at that. Thrown right back away. 3 on the way. Polenge couldn't, or Traore, excuse me, couldn't get it to go, but
Khaled
Khaled Ali, the Egyptian, is there to clean it back up. 5-point advantage, and we're under a minute to play in the first half. Nice pass inside from Towns, but it's blocked. Kylo.
All ball on that one.
Traore thought about a 3. Then he gives it up to Ali.
Bail out.
Winding down, little jumper.
Oh.
Yep, nothing there. Should be the final possession. I assume reigning Treys are going to realize the shot clock situation here. Yep, there you go. Towns has it. Final seconds here. Towns working off the screen. Can't get that to go. Bucket back up and in, but after. Buzzer already went off, so 5-point lead for Africa. They have hung tough here in Seattle through 16 minutes, looking to get their first win. And the captain, A.G. Fabenle, definitely leading the way, but he has had some help. Lassina Traore, Amos Palenge hitting from outside, and Khaled Ali doing damage down underneath. Meanwhile, for reigning Treys, Fett Towns started very slowly, missed his first 3 shots. Warmed up a little bit after that. He got 7 there in the second quarter, and contributions as well from Kylo Charlin-Populus, Jason Crosser, and Hevon Jackson playing out there with those 3 fouls. Didn't pick up any more in the first half. A couple electrifying dunks got this crowd on its feet, however. There you saw one of them, and there's Jafet Towns finding the stroke. Leading scorer for Benley, 16. Can he drive Africa to their first win of the year? Second half when we return to Seattle. SimWorld Africa looking good, and they have the lead here. 2 more quarters to go to see if they can secure their first win. They have the ball and a 5-point advantage. Iji Fabenle leading the way with 16, but he got 9 from Lassina Traore, newly inserted into the starting lineup by head coach Alfonso Trent. Three on the way from Fabenle, won't go there. I'm just hearing from my producer Roniel that a game has gone final. That was Roniel, confirm that for me. That's Run DMV and Rocky. Run DMV just beat Rocky Mountain by 30, scoring 100 points in the process. First time we've had that happen in SimWorld this year. And that's a pretty good looking dunk down on that end by Mustafa Bamba. Oh, there you go. Clear the way when that man gets a free pass to the rim.
That's why I keep him in even with 3 fouls.
And Jackson. Ooh. Well, Jason Crosser just picked up his second. It's going to send Fabenle back to the line. Wow. Point explosion tonight from Run DMV. Not necessarily a team that has set SimWorld on fire to begin things either.
2 shots.
But against a highly rated Rocky Mountain squad, came out and handled their business tonight. Paul, what would be more surprising, that result or if Africa holds on for a win here?
I would honestly go with Run DMV hitting 100. I think Africa's in control of this game right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win. I would have been if you told me before the game started, but the way it's going right now, I think Africa's in the driver's seat.
Well, unsubstantiated rumors that Africa may have got a pregame pep talk from Rick Blaze, who predicted they would win this game. He called it. World Africa to win here in the Rain Asylum. I hope you listened to him and the Maestro on the post up between our games tonight, because they are hilarious and informative as always, and as ever, Von Jackson. I mean, do we have to have the dunk contest this year? I mean, it's just Von, you know?
We just need to get a mixtape of his best dunks this season.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Gotta be nice to have that type of ability too. Nice three.
3-pointer.
For Jackson, I mean, it's one thing to have to work your butt off to get a tough mid-range shot or something. Jackson, he gets an open lane and it's 2 points. You know, I mean,
yeah.
Can't say I ever had that growing up playing basketball.
I mean, kid just has springs in his shoes. Climbs that ladder. Gets it down with authority. It just hasn't been enough tonight against a surprisingly tough Africa squad, and a great performance. Meji for Benley. He's got the ball right now. Shot clock winding down. He's super deep. And that shot comes off short.
Have been the ultimate heat check.
Oh, there's good defense, but then again, there's good defense on this end from Africa as well. That's the big man, Abraham Kasongo, taking it away, and it's going to turn into 2 for Benley.
Ajif Fabinley.
Africa being very active on defense. Even now, you see risky pass there, but just getting their hands in on defense, affecting passes, and not letting anyone just dribble without a hand in their face.
Ooh. Vaughn shows you I'm just not all about dunking the ball. Need a little bit of space outside. And I'll hit that triple, too. Coach Trent didn't like that for Africa, and he's going to call a timeout with 4:33 remaining here in the third quarter. Well, Paul, if I can share a off-basketball topic, kind of, little tale with you, talking about Kevon Jackson there, and maybe we just skip the dunk contest, and, you know, in future years we just hand out the Kevon Jackson Award, the best dunker in the class. That actually happened. I lived for a few years in London and the United Kingdom. And over there, of course, you have the papers that are called the tabloids. There, you know, it's not the New York Times; it's more the New York Post. You know, it's
right.
You know, all of this. But one of them, and I forget one. Let's say it's the Sun. Every year used to have a contest where they would announce the Shagger of the Year, and the Shagger of the Year, to use British parlance, and in this context, means the person who is the man who is doing better with women than he possibly should, more so than anybody else. Won this award annually. And what happened is, you know the comedian Russell Brand?
I do, yeah.
Russell Brand, I believe, won it 5 years in a row, at which point they were just like, I give up. It's his award. It's over. We're not doing it anymore. We're retiring the belt. It's his. We may have to do the same with Kevon Jackson. In a different context.
Yeah, right. Different
same
context,
thing.
but same idea. I see the connection.
Yep. You just dominate something to the point where nobody even asks who won the award this year. They know it's you. But back to game action here. A little British aside out of the way. Still a 5-point lead. Reigning Treys have cut it to 1, but they have not had a lead in this thing since ever.
Yeah, I don't think so. After
clock winding down again, that's going to have to go up. Not in, though, and Crosser skies for that rebound. Ooh, tough shot from Jafet Towns. I don't know that he's been playing well enough tonight to get away with that.
Yeah, little too early to do that with the type of game he's been having.
Ooh, Lacunda cuts inside. Yeah, how nice was that from Lacunda? You know, he's only averaging 1.6 points per game, but I've noticed him tonight, number 72 out there in black. He has some skills.
And you mentioned it before. I mean, new coach, Coach Alfonso Trent. I don't know if it was the pregame speech or something he did to give his players confidence tonight, but names we normally don't hear from having a big impact in this game.
And that shot there by Von Jackson, I think, was tipped.
Ooh,
Nice move inside. Great finish as well.
graceful.
Bubakar Ogbonna.
That was Abubakar Ogbonna. Haven't talked about him much, but 6'5" Nigerian, just 16 years old, Ogbonna. Jackson's missed a couple shots now. 9-point advantage for Africa. They look to stretch this lead to double digits. Benley. Oh. Spun into two defenders, and one of them was Jason Crosser. Now, he did get the ball. Oof. Battled underneath, and Crosser strong with that rebound. Towns misses once again.
It's not his night.
I mean, certainly Aji Fabenle and his strong performance is one of the stories of the night, but the struggle that Jafet Towns has had, except for one sequence in the second quarter where he hit a three and a couple jumpers in quick succession, this shot has just not been falling tonight. 11-point lead for Africa. Reigning Treys and Coach C.C. Lightly want to talk this over. This arena has gone quiet. Nobody expected Africa to come out and sort of grab the game by the throat and control it, but they really kind of have here tonight. Not blowing away the reigning Treys by any stretch, but comfortably ahead here with a little bit more than 2 minutes to go in the third.
Je voudrais être seule avec toi.
She asked if you'd like to join the club.
Je voudrais des nuits.
You said, I like nuts. Register today and get a free Berlitz phrasebook. Berlitz, the best way to learn a new language.
20-point outburst, Aji Fabenle. Already over his 18.8 average, which is the ninth best total in SimWorld. But still, 10 minutes to go in this one. Plenty of time for reigning Treys to turn this around, but all the energy has been sucked out of this building. Quiet night from Jafet Towns. Kevon Jackson actually leading all reigning Treys scorers. He's got 11.
Let's go, Treys!
And here is Kevon adding to his total. He's got his jersey number now. He's got 13. One of the very few bright spots. Reigning Treys. Short there, not a great looking shot.
It might just be me, but I feel like Africa's had a number of possessions where they either hold it to the last seconds of the shot clock or they take it within the first 6 seconds.
Oh, rebound battled over. Ends up in reigning Treys' hands, but they can't take advantage. Oh, Traore
Nice
flips it
pass.
back out to Lekunde. Nice pass. Lekunde wasn't quite set to shoot. Enrique Conti has it. Gives it up. Conti's shot bounces hard. Still a 9-point lead for Africa. Jafet Towns works off a screen, drives inside, nice. 6'6", 215-pounder out of Montana. Pull up won't go there, and Chance now for Treys to cut this back down to 5 or even less. So we're coming up on the close of the third quarter. That would be a little bit of a momentum swing for them if they can finish this quarter here strong. Jackson looks determined to find something, but there's no way inside. So it's going to end up 3 on the way. Won't go. Battled around, and that's going to do it. Shot well after. Clock hit double zeros. Reigning Treys on their home court trail winless Africa by 7 with just the fourth quarter to go. Come right back. Super quick break. We're going to be back in action in Seattle. All right, we're back live. One quarter. If Reigning Treys can move on to 5-2, or is Africa going to get their first win of the season?
Let's go, Treys!
Nice dish inside to Cam Astro, and the lead is cut to 5. Well, obviously, it's early in the season. There's no trophy on the line or anything here, but this is a pretty big game for both of these teams. It's a game that Reigning Treys certainly not planned to lose coming into this, and Africa played so well, can't give it away now in the last 8 minutes. Khaled Ali fouled, and he's going back to the line.
Khaled Ali at the line, shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Getting to the line has been Africa's advantage, one of Africa's advantages in this game tonight. This is a second trip for Ali. Fabenle's been there.
I feel like part of that too, it's with them taking so long on their shots. Sometimes as a defense, you know, you see the shot clock winding down, you jump up in the air, and there's still 3 seconds. Next thing you know, they're at the line. So I wouldn't say every single time, because they are being aggressive. They're just driving to the hoop in general too. But as you said, definitely getting in the line a good amount, and the other way as well, I guess.
Well, Reigning Treys haven't been there as much, but it is going to be an opportunity for young Cam Astro, 16-year-old, 6'6" point guard from Scottsdale, Arizona.
2 shots.
God, he just kind of has a Scottsdale look, doesn't he? You can just sort of imagine passing through Arizona, and I'd see that dude.
It's the shoes, right?
For sure. For sure. Astro averaging just 4.3 points a game, but he is second on this squad with 5.5 assists. I'm sorry, second on the squad with 5.5 rebounds per game. Pretty impressive from the guard. Actually stacked the team in assists as well. 2.7 per game, trailing town.
Big free throws there.
Well, Africa maintaining their lead here. It's been cut down to 1 before, but they've never given it up this game. Again, deep into the
And
shot
it's
clock, and
working.
once again getting a bucket on the possession. Traore. Burkina Faso in the house tonight.
Towns on the board there.
Towns, unless he goes on a real scoring spurt, is going to be well under his 22-point average. Just hasn't quite done in sync tonight. Break for him there. That shot won't go. Chance to cut into this lead some more. Astro throws, pitches it to Beal, and Nick Beal gets the jumper to go. One possession game, just under 6 minutes to play. Now I kind of feel like it's a dangerous time for Africa, Paul. It just feels like they need a bucket, maybe a stop.
Just some momentum. I mean, they're not even running a set right now. Everyone's just kind of...
Well, GG for Benley.
Big board.
Oh, couldn't get the put-back bucket, though. I think Coach Trent is getting ready to put Benley back in the game, and that definitely explains part of the reason why Africa just looks so out of joint here.
They try to time it up so he can play the rest of the game, I'm guessing. Big shot.
Pass it out of the trap there, and the shot from Astro rattles around, won't go back through. Good defense from Africa, that possession. Oh, nice move for the open shot. Or Lucina Traore. And the timeout called. Reigning Treys. Only a little bit surprised that Treys called that, because it does give Africa a chance to put Benley back in the game, and I suspect that after this timeout we are going to see him on the court again. I wanted to thank you all for being with us tonight. Hope you watched the first game. It was a lot of fun. High-scoring affair. Different animal this ball game, but it's been a lot of fun, and it's going to be a lot of fun over the remaining 4:49. See if Reigning Treys can come back in this or not. But I want to remind you that on Saturday, SimWorld TV will be back. Going to be back live at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. So if you're on the West Coast, get up early. It should be a good one between Gulf Coast Lockdown, hosting SimWorld Asia Pacific, USA versus International matchup, just like we're doing here tonight. Also want to remind you that on ESPN on Saturday, early in the morning, got Atlantis hosting Heartland Zombie Stars and Middle East taking on the North. So early morning act going on there too that you can tune into.
I think I'm going to be just checking out the recaps on those. A little bit too early
on a Saturday for you. Yep. Well, those games, of course, coming to you from home courts of Atlantis and Middle East, so more logical times for them on their local calendars.
Right,
but
right.
Yes, if you're a morning person, particularly if you're on the West Coast, you're going to need to be, but get up and catch those early games too. But SimWorld TV, noon Saturday. Gulf Coast Lockdown, Asia Pacific.
We'll see what the Treys came out of here with the timeout with. 3 from Crosser.
Well, he can hit from out there. It's not as crazy as it might seem, but couldn't get it going from Benley. Quickly gets it back up the other end. Big Abraham Kasongo has a smaller defender in Jackson on him, but he can't get around him. But look at that. Once again, it's been these guards. That's Amos Polenge. Traore playing nice support role. What Benley's been able to do tonight. Lead back up to 7. 4 minutes to go. Nice dish to Crosser. Oh, really got to be able to finish that.
Abraham Kasongo.
Songo came over, fouled him, but I just feel I just feel like you really got to lay that up and in if you're Jason Crosser out there.
I mean, 7 feet tall. Trying to dunk it, no?
Maybe. I mean, he's only 2 inches taller than his defender there, Kasongo, who was getting in his way, so it wasn't like he was trying to score over me, but all the same.
Big free throws here. Cut it to I mean, it's already a 2-possession game, but cut it to within 5.
Crosser got the mountain man look, sporting the beard. He gets a second free throw to go. Well, the Benlay has it, and ooh, tough shot, but he gets it to go. I saw him drive there. I thought he was going to go up with it. I'm like, this is way too fast, but nice. Knew he had the advantage, turned the corner on him, got it to go. 3 on the way. Oh, needed that. Big time splash for Treys Sherwood. The 6'9" big man has a sweet outside shot. Cut the lead at 4. Lenge. It's it back over for Benlay. He's going to try a 3 for Benlay and nail it.
Three-pointer.
Oh, you hear the crowd, just the groan, the collective groan. Reigning Treys gets the tiniest bit of momentum. There is for Benlay, just to snuff it out. And look at him. He comes up with the ball here, quickly up to Palenge.
And one.
Ooh. Reigning Treys are just lucky.
2 shots.
This isn't a 3-point opportunity. Instead, free throws coming up.
And if you're a fan of the Treys, what's so deflating is after they're making these contested shots. That last one, the 3, hands in the face, and on the other end, the Treys are getting open looks, and they're converting here and there. But I mean, just the most deflating thing on defense when you play defense, as you said before, all 20 seconds, and then the last second shot goes in.
Benlay, not a prolific outside shooter. He can certainly hit from beyond the arc, but it's not where he makes his living. But I'm confident. This team is they look reborn. Has to be said. Under Coach Alfonso Trent, this is his first game taking over this club. And maybe what's past is forgotten. They're not 0-5, they're 0-0, and they might be 1-1 if they hang on here for another 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Now this is the time to hold the ball to the last second.
Palenge definitely driven some clock off, gets an open look. Oh, can't get it to go.
Good look though.
Fett Towns has it. He had an open 3 for a second, but he doesn't want it either. Oh, instead, he's going to hand it off to Sherwood down low. Beautiful 1-2 between Jafet Towns and Treys Sherwood right there. 16-year-olds connecting on that little given score.
2 minutes remaining.
Benlay going to shoot over 2 defenders, can't get it to go, and Astros there with the rebound.
He's been making those types of shots, though.
He has. This crowd fired up now. Looking for a bucket here, can't get it, but a second chance. Jafet Towns chases his own. He's going to try from 3 now. 2 misses from Jafet Towns, one of the best shooters, one of the best scorers in all of Sim World, but under 90 seconds.
The other way.
And a 9-point lead.
Ajay for Benlay.
AG for Benlay. This is going to be our second upset unless we get a massive turnaround here.
Well, it is still the 30th. We still are in March, so March Madness is upon us.
March Madness is here. It's not even April Fool's yet, and look what's going on the court tonight in Sim World. Well, that is going to send Jafet Towns to the line. But boy, Jafet has just struggled with his shot tonight in a way that I haven't seen him any other game this season, quite frankly.
Agreed, yeah. Just a weird game overall for him. Early on, had open looks and shot short, and then had a run. I want to say a couple buckets in a row, and
Yeah. Oh, in spurts, he's done something. Particularly in the second quarter, he had a little burst where he had 7 points in probably less than 90 seconds. And I was like, oh, okay. Jafet checked into the game. But not a whole lot since then. And still a 7-point deficit. Time running out for the reigning Treys. Trying to get the crowd involved here, but another bucket. This time it's Kasongo. Treys can't get stops. That's proven to be a problem. Sherwood has it. It's raining. Treys taking time off the clock. They do get a bucket, but I think Africa's happy to trade. 15, 16 seconds there for 2. No fouls either from the Treys. This surprises me. I think I would foul here, Paul.
if you're going for the win, yeah, I mean.
Right? Well, don't foul now, but you got to get a stop. Shot clock winding down. You got to get on for Benlay. He tries to shoot over Big Crosser, and they do get a stop here, reigning Treys, but you need a score so quick. Look how little time left in this game.
T-Mac on your team right now.
Can't get it to go. Rebound there. No fouls coming. Reigning Treys waving the white flag. This one is over, folks. Africa is in the win column. AG Fabenle is the hero for them. He gets a tap from Cam Astro, who shakes his head. Just has to be in awe, like we all are, at what AG Fabenle did tonight. Single-handedly getting SimWorld Africa their first win, leading the way for sure. Some nice contributions from his teammates, Amos Pelenge, Lassina Traore, Abraham Kasongo, and Khaled Ali. Reigning Treys, though, and Coach Lightly, it's back to the drawing board. Quiet night from Jafet Towns and Von Jackson, Nick Beal, Cam Astro, and friends just couldn't make up the difference. They dropped to 4-3 on the season. SimWorld Africa 1-5. For myself, E. Lava, for my broadcast partner, Paul, and our producer, Roniel, thank you again so much for being with us. And remember, come back. If you're an early riser, catch the early games on Saturday. Otherwise, noon Eastern, SimWorld TV is back. Gulf Coast Lockdown and Asia Pacific. Have a good night, everybody.